So, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for your participation and confirmation that you can hear me well. Thank you very much. Welcome again. I am very glad to be with you online today. We had the DAAD regional office in Tunis. We had a very dynamic week this week. It was the German Science Week starting from last Monday. We had a full week full of exchange, new ideas, a lot of information about research in Germany, how to do your research, how to do your PhD, how to do a postdoc also. We had 2 days of intensive training, and yesterday we had the research fair in Tunis, and now we are offering you a special online seminar about doing a doctorate in Germany. My name is Sirin Mahjoubi. I am the Deputy Director of the DAAD office in Tunis. And first of all, I would like to see and to interact with you. Please tell me, where are you from? Are you from Tunis or from Tunisia overall? Or are you from Algeria, Libya, Morocco? So I can know who are my participants of the day. Then feel free to answer 2, 3 of my questions, or one of the questions if you want. I put it in the polling. I put 3 questions for you. Are you a PhD candidate? Yes or no? Do you have a research proposal? Yes or no? And do you have a German supervisor? Yes or no? I'll just wait for a few seconds and I shall start. Okay, tell me, where are you from? And whether you are a PhD candidate or not, or are you preparing to be a PhD candidate? I can see the very first answers, and meanwhile, I will start my online seminar. But let me tell you that this online seminar is being recorded right now, and we will open this registration on our YouTube channel, DAAD Tunisie, latest next week. I know that next week is already Eid, but we will try our best to post it as soon as possible. Very well. Okay, so let me give you a hint about today's content. I'm going to talk a little bit about the DAAD, the DAAD, if you want, and the German research landscape. Doing a doctorate in Germany, it's actually the main focus of today's seminar, and the funding programs of the DAAD and probably other organizations, and further information least as at the end of the information. Okay. The DAAD. What is the DAAD, or the DAAD, or the DAAD, if you want? It's a German acronym for the Deutsche Akademischer Austauschdienst, which is the German Academic Exchange Service. We are an independent organization of German institutions of higher education. Our members are mainly over 200 universities and research institutes and over 100 student bodies. Our headquarters are in Bonn and Berlin. The main headquarters is in Bonn, and we do have a second office in the German capital of Berlin. We do have over 60, or let me say 20, regional offices and a lot of information centers, about 62 information centers in more than 60 countries. We are very present in almost every capital, and such as our bureau or office in Tunis. Our office is a regional office. Actually, it is responsible not only for Tunisia, but also for Algeria, Morocco, and Libya. So if you are contacting the DAAD Tunisie or Tunisia, you are actually asking for information for the whole Maghreb region. And let me probably impress you with a little statistic. I'm sorry. In 2023, the DAAD granted over 100 40,000 funding for Germans to go abroad all over the world to do research or to study or to do an exchange semester, and for foreigners or international students and researchers to go to Germany to do the same thing, actually. Our office, I already gave you a hint. So it is a regional office. We work and operate for the Maghreb region, and we give information free of charge, of course, about studying and research in Germany. We give some consulting also for universities, for example, Tunisian, Moroccan, also Algerian and Libyan universities and institutions. We do have a lot of partners in the ministries and industries. And we do organize networking events, alumni events, and we do a lot of marketing for studying and research in Germany. And our office is not the only presence of the DAAD in the region. We have also lectures and professors of German language in 2 universities in Tunis, in La Manouba and in Bourguiba School, Université de Carthage, and we do have a lecturer in Morocco at University of Rabat. And we do have a very new and special program, which is the research ambassadors. We do have 4 at the moment, and we are thinking about increasing. So we do have 1 ambassador for each land, which is Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya. And what are the research ambassadors? Actually, that they are people or researchers who already done a PhD in Germany or are actually now doing, but mostly our 4 candidates are already PhD holders, and they could inform you and help you out about your questions, whether you have questions for how you get, for example, a supervisor, how to contact a supervisor in Germany, how can you help me out to get this information or that information. They are very pleased to help you out as the DAAD research ambassadors. So this program is very new. The German research landscape. I'm going to give you some statistics also, and I'm going to talk more in the few other slides. We do have in Germany right now almost 1,000 public and publicly funded institutions for science and research. As you might know, in Germany overall you could do your PhD or your research not only at a university. It could be a research institution or a research center. We do have over 400 research networks and clusters, over 800,000 staff in research and development, which is actually a very enormous number. Approximately, we do have also more than 46,000 patent registrations, which is also a very huge number, because worldwide it's actually the fifth place. And we do have over 400 institutions of higher education, which are the universities and technical universities and so on. I already gave a hint about the research performing organizations in Germany. So I said you could do your research not only at a university, but also at a research center. So it could be also in an industrial research center. It could be also a non-university research facility, and so on. So there are different different types of research institutions, not only the university. Generally, the university are based on theoretical research and so on, and the other institutions, such as the industry, of course, the industrial research, these are more practical, and also the non-university research facilities Of course. I'm seeing actually now a few questions. Let me finish my presentation and I'll try to answer to all of your questions. So just be patient, please. Let me now talk about the very famous Big Four in the research field in Germany, which are the research organizations, Max Planck Society, the Fraunhofer Society, the Leibniz Association, and the Helmholtz Association. These are the main and the most famous, let me say, research organizations in Germany. And let me give you more information about them, beginning with the Max Planck Society, which you can see here and read. This is a non-profit research organization with a focus on research in the natural and social sciences and the humanities. They closely cooperate with universities, and you can find more about the more information about the Max Planck under this link, www.mpg.de. My colleague Hind, I forget to mention that I do have support from my colleague Hind Abesi, which she will be with us today and writing for us the links and the websites and helping me out with the chat box and of course the questions. So please, Hind, could you put the www.mpg.de in the chat box and let me talk more about the next one, the next one of the Big Four, which is the Fraunhofer Society, which is an organization for applied research and development services. And you can find more about the theme or the fields of research under www.fraunhofer.de. Also, the Leibniz Association is one of the main research facilities in Germany with applied basic research methods and so on. And you can find the Leibniz website under www.leibniz-gemeinschaft.de. Last but not least, the Helmholtz Association that brings actually more than 19 scientific, technical, and biological medical research centers. You can find the Helmholtz Gemeinschaft, more information about the Helmholtz under www.helmholtz.de. So, as we could now probably understand that some research centers are focused on specific fields, such as the Max Planck, for example, such as the natural and social sciences and the humanities. Other research facilities are more focused on the application and the applied sciences. And now, let me talk more about doing a doctorate in Germany, which is our main focus of today's seminar. First of all, why doing a doctorate in Germany? Why to think about doing a doctorate in Germany? This is a very interesting question and a very important question, actually, to ask ourselves, first of all. And let me tell you, it is a really huge and big decision to do a doctorate, first of all. And I will ask you a few questions, and if most of these questions are answered with yes from your side, then do it. Then do a doctorate in Germany. If you will ask or answer with no for the most of these questions, then think about other things, probably doing a working experience. But let me just give you now a little bit time to think about these questions. Doing research is fun. Is it for you really fun? I mean, like, is research fun for you? Are you interested in research? Do you enjoy becoming absorbed in some specific subject? I don't know, what are your subjects? I couldn't see actually, but are you absorbed by your study field? Are you prepared to concentrate on a doctoral thesis that could last for over 3 years, mainly for 4 to 5 years? Am I capable of laying down work plans for myself and consistently adhering to them? Do you have a problem or no problem with working on your own? I mean, these are really important questions. And if you are answering till now with yes, then please do a doctorate in Germany. Let's move to the next question. I know I can overcome periods of low motivation because sometimes writing a thesis and between writing a proposal and correcting and collecting data and so on, and doing a lot of work with your supervisor or probably with your peers or with your research peers could be exhausting, and you could get some periods with a lack of motivation. So can you do well working either on your own or within a team of research? And last question, I can well imagine working in research at some point in the future. So if you're going to do research, it's not just to get a diploma or a degree, it is really to conduct a research career and a career afterwards. So let me just wrap it up. If you answered with most of these questions with yes, then I encourage you to do a doctorate, a PhD in Germany. It is a very big project. So you really need to think about it very well, because it's not like, it is not a 1 year or 2 years of master's degree and then you're over with it. It is a 3 to 5 years of commitment, discipline, research, time, energy, and so on. So I'm really here trying to encourage you to do a PhD if you have all the required capacities and competences. Let's move to the next slide, which is the paths to a doctorate. So in Germany and most of the countries, they do have the individual doctorate, which is the traditional way, let me say. But we do have also in Germany the structured doctoral program, which is a research group. You do have the chance to research within a group, within a group of researchers, with your peers, and to do a how to say it, a common project at the end. So what are your interests, first of all? Are you interested in doing an individual doctoral program or a structured doctoral program? And next slide, I'll give you more information about doing an individual doctoral program. So what is the most important thing to do in an individual doctoral program? First of all, you need to contact a supervisor in Germany. You need to have, in German we said Dr. Vater and Dr. Mutter, which is translated to a doctor father or doctor mother. So you first of all, you need to contact a supervisor, to find first of all a supervisor, then get in touch with them, contact them. These supervisors could be university professor, and find out in advance which professor would be best suited to supervise your project, because you need to get some kind of win-win situation between you and your supervisor. So you need to think in the same, let me say, in the same path and in the same subject. So it should not be 100% the same thinking, but you need to get a sort of common thinking and so on. Then if you like working independently, it means you enjoy doing your research independently, then the individual doctoral program is suitable for you. And you need to have a very, very, very good organizational skills, because it is, as I already said, it is a commitment. It is, you need to have a discipline to continue, and not to get a lack of motivation or low motivation. So you need a very good organizational skills, and of course a high degree of self-discipline, as I already mentioned. So, and this program or this type would give you also the freedom to explore your research interests in more depth, in more focus, and in more concentration. So if you do have all this package, or let me say, probably most of this package, then the individual doctorate program could be suitable for you. The other model, which is actually not the common path, let me say, it is a special way to do things. It is the structured doctorate program. So now you are a group of candidates, you are integrated in a program with a fixed structure, similar to other degree programs, of course. You have a group of work, you have a group of researchers, so you do your work within a group. You're not individually working and working on your research, okay? So this program is intensive, of course, and this program also is structured, and you have if you have a strong international orientation, it means that you are working with not only with your group from your research center, but also from other groups and other research centers worldwide. You could do the structured doctoral programs. I hope the difference between the individual and the structured doctoral program is now obvious for you. We do have a database to help you out looking for PhD offers and positions. So let me say, you could suggest a special field or a special subject to your supervisor, or if you are looking for positions in some fields, in some specific fields, we do have the www.phdgermany.de, which is a specific and special database to offer positions. It means these are already positions available. The field or the project is already fixed, and they need a researcher to complete, let me say, the group. And currently we do have over 38 positions online, both paid and unpaid positions. You could have more information on the www.phdgermany.de. I could later, if I still have a little bit of time, I could give you more information, and I could share my screen with you to show you how to look and what are the available positions under this specific link. Next slide. I already mentioned that you need to get a supervisor, but here I listed for you how to plan your doctorate, how to plan well your doctorate and your PhD. First of all, you need to find the field, of course. If you are a researcher or a graduate from the scientific field, you need to fix a field, fix probably an idea about your research project. Second and most important point is to find a supervisor in Germany that or who accepts to guide you through your 4 years or 5 years of research. Then find the common project that you are going to work on it. And of course, final and very important also step is to find the financial resources. Sometimes you could get a paid position, as I already showed you in the very other slide. Under www.phdgermany.de, you could find some paid positions, but sometimes you need to apply for a scholarship or for a funding to be able to cover the costs. Okay, so actually this is the right path. Find the field, find the supervisor, find the project, and then find the financial resources. But the two last steps could be slightly rotated. It means you could find a supervisor, then find the financial resources, and then concrete it with the the right project. So it could slightly be rotated, but the most important thing is to respect these 4 steps. And now the big question, how to fund my project? How to get a funding, whether from the DAAD or DAAD, or are there any other funding organizations that I can apply to? A quick overview to our scholarship opportunities. Of course, I am always saying these are opportunities. They are not a guarantee of a scholarship. You need to apply for them. We are offering excellence scholarship opportunities. It means we are looking for the excellent researchers and students, and of course it needs to be a win-win situation. Also for the DAAD, you are going later to be an alumni, a DAAD alumni, and so on. So let me give you more information about the PhD programs or scholarship opportunities of the DAAD. We have a research grants program, and we do have some DLR fellowships. First of all, the research grants. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me, right? So first of all, we are going to talk about the research grants and the research grants of the DAAD. The new calls are being right now updated on our database, the www.funding-guide.de. You will find doctoral programs, which are the full PhD programs that could last to 4 years of research. Then you will find the short measures. But let me talk first of all about the full doctoral programs in Germany. These are, as I already mentioned, 4 to 5 years of research in Germany, fully paid by the DAAD, but of course you need to write a proposal to get a confirmation or acceptance or invitation from a German supervisor, whether Dr. Mother or Dr. Father, Dr. Vater or Dr. Mutter. And of course, you need to apply by August 30th, around, let me say, because the deadline are not now updated on our database, but they will be very, very soon updated. It will be, the deadline of this program is around 30th of August, or let me say, end of August each year. And please check the database again in like a week or 10 days, and you will find the actual, the current deadline. This is for the full doctoral program in Germany. We do also have the binationally supervised program, which is, as the name says, it is binationally supervised. It means you need to be here, for example, in Tunisia, enrolled in a PhD program. You need to have a Tunisian supervisor and then get a German supervisor. So it is binationally supervised. It is, in French, we call it the co-tutelle, you know it. Many of you are here from Tunisia, so it is the French model of the co-tutelle. And then we do have the research grants, which are the short measures, could be funded from 2 to 12 months. And these are short programs, short-term programs. You need to be enrolled here in Tunisia in some research program, and then get your short term in Germany. I hope it is all clear by now. Do you have questions probably till this point? Then I will give you the screen sharing, and I'll give you more information about how to do, how to apply, how to better prepare my dossier or my file. Then we do have the research fellowships in Germany in specific fields such as space, aeronautics, energy, and transportation, which is the DLR program. These are specific doctoral programs for, as already mentioned, for these specific study fields or research fields, in this case, aeronautics, space, energy, transportation, digitalization, and security. And it is for PhD students, the duration is about 36 months. And you can find more about the DLR program under this link under www.daad.org or /DLR. And let me just give you a little bit more info under this link. I hope now you can see the file. I talked about the DAAD programs, but the DAAD is not the only organization that funds researchers around the world, or at least from Germany. We do have other funding opportunities and other funding organizations. You could sometimes find funding from the states, from the Bundesländer in Germany. You could find also some funding from the federal government, from the political foundations, such as the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, and so on. You can find also funding from industries and also some fundings from universities, but not too many. But we are the biggest funding organization for the moment. Our scholarship or our database, where you can find all of our programs and where also you could apply. It is the database of the DAAD, the DAAD portal under www.fundingguide.de. My colleague Hind already wrote it in the chat box. And let me tell you, you need really to fix the country, first of all, to put Algeria or Tunisia, Morocco or Libya, and then put, for example, I'm a PhD candidate, and leave all the other fields not selected, let them as they already are, and filter your research. Then you will get all of our available call of applications. So I already saw some questions. How can I find a supervisor, or how can I contact a supervisor in Germany? So we do also offer you a very special site, which is the Research in Germany, www.research-in-germany.org or .de. It's actually the same link. This is a very special portal to get more information about how to find a supervisor in Germany, how to contact them. How you need to be very specific and very convincing contacting a supervisor. You cannot just send an email and say, hello, I'm X from Tunisia and I would like to research on topic Z and so on, and that's it. No, you really need to get their attention, to get them to want to work with you, to do research with you, and to supervise you, of course. Your idea needs to be convincing, needs to be individual, needs to be also related to your country. For example, if you are from Tunisia, you could have some innovating ideas for Tunisia and for the country here. So, or if you are from Algeria or from Libya or from Morocco, you need to have a specific topic to research in. You need to think about your country. So your research could be and should be actually related to your country, to what are the new things, the new ideas that no one have ever heard of or researched in. And you need to be special and unique, of course. So a lot of specific topics are very common that everyone did research on them, and you can find the same idea twice and 3 times and so on. So you need to be unique and very convincing. And that's how you get the attention of a German supervisor, actually. You need to write a little proposal. I already mentioned we had a very specific and very special training on Monday and on Tuesday, on Tuesday, on how to write a competitive research proposal for PhD candidates. And such trainings are very good from the DAAD Tunis and in cooperation with the DAAD Cairo Academy to give you more ideas and more tips and more information about how to convince a German supervisor to supervise you, actually, and to accept to work with you, to collaborate with you. And I already mentioned it. It needs to be a win-win situation. So it's not only Germany who are profiting from your knowledge and your expertise, it's also you are going to get more info, more expertise from Germany, and so on. So this is the first step, the most important step, to find a German supervisor. This link, the researchingermany.org, could give you a lot of information about doing research, about doing a PhD, also about doing a postdoctoral career in Germany. I talked a lot, and I hope to give you some time to put questions, and I hope to answer on most of the questions. I could not answer all of them because they are numerous, and I saw a lot of questions, but I'll give you here useful links to help you out. Look for a supervisor, look for a laboratory or university or an industry or a research institution where you can find or where you could do your PhD in Germany. So the main website is the www.daad.de, which is our headquarters website, and our website here in the Maghreb is www.daad.tn, like Tunisia. The next website I mentioned is the www.research-in-germany.org, which give you more information about the steps, steps to do a PhD or to do research overall in Germany. And under the Garrett.org, it's the German research institutions in Germany. It's also a database to find the right German research institution to your profile. I also talked about the database for funding. To find the funding, you can visit the www.funding-guide.de to find more informations about doing or about finding, exactly. FI, finding, and FU, funding. And then you will find more about the actual and current research positions under this link, www.phdgermany.de. Right now, we do have 38 positions. I will give a quick screen share just in a few seconds to help you out look for the websites. And I already mentioned the Big Four, the Max Planck Society, the Helmholtz Association, the Leibniz Association, and the Fraunhofer Gesellschaft. If you would like to screenshot this, this file or this slide, and I will now, before I save the dates, before that, I will share my screen. I hope you could, oops, you could see my screen. Can you see my screen, Hind? Can you confirm this? Because I cannot see your screen. Yes, thank you, Hind. So PhD in Germany, I already mentioned there are now 38 or probably 40 now. Okay, I looked for them today morning and I saw 38, and now there are 40 PhD programs. It means by the minute and by the second you can find more programs or less. It depends. So we do have here, for example, positions. You need only to apply for the position. We do have for here, for example, the computational metabolomics. The next one is PhD in early life, mucosal immunology, and so on and so on. A lot of specialties, a lot of special fields. These are already a group of research, and you need to apply only for the position. Some of them are paid, some of them are not paid. So you need to really learn more and click on the program that interests you and get more information directly through this website, phdgermany.de. The next website I already mentioned is researchingermany.org, which is the main website for doing research in Germany. You could here click on, I'm sorry, one second. Yes, on your goal. Are you a PhD student or are you a bachelor or master graduate? Do you look for a postdoc and so on? And get more information on each button. For example, here, PhD, how to apply for a PhD, the funding programs, the funding organizations, how to find your PhD position, and so on and so on. Okay. This is all the things. Okay. Let me now go back to my presentation. Okay. Yes. Before I go to the questions, let me tell you more about our upcoming events. We do have consultation via phone every Wednesday afternoon and every Friday. Under this number, you could call us via phone or even via WhatsApp. My colleague Sirin will give you more information and more clarification about your inquiries. And in June, we will be present for in the Salon next forum in Sfax, Sousa, and Tunis. Sus is written here twice, but we meant Tunis, of course. From June 24th to June 28th, we will be on tour to give you more information about studying in Germany, but we will be there. If you have even questions about doing a PhD and so on, we will be there answering your questions. And the next online consulting we do offer every first Wednesday of every month. We do offer online consulting, such as today's online seminar. We will give you the time to answer to your questions. Under this link, you will find the registration. Our main contacting channels: the website, the www.daad.tn, the Facebook page, DAAD Tunisie, the YouTube channel, DAAD Tunisie, where you will find the recording of today's online seminar, and of course, our email, info@daad.tn. My colleague answers the questions every 2 days. It means she really gets a lot of emails from your side. Just be patient and you will get an answer. Thank you very much. I thank you very much for your attention, for your patience till the end. I'll give you now the time to answer your questions. I'll give you the time to still ask us some questions if you do have questions, and I might need the help of a hint now to help me out writing the links. Okay, so of course, now I'm going to answer only the questions about PhD and doing PhD. If you're asking about other things, for example, how to do licence or master, I won't have the time to answer. Okay. So I see a lot of people from Algeria, Libya. That's great. That's awesome. Okay, one candidate or one participant of today is asking, can I have the contact details of research ambassador in Libya? It's Ms. Khawla Al-Ghazel, and you will find the contact of Ms. Khawla on our website, www.daad.tn. She will be pleased to help you out if you have some specific questions about doing a PhD in Germany. Okay, till now, all I'm reading is I am X and I'm doing a PhD. Okay. Okay. For the Cotritel, can current PhD students with Tunisia supervisor apply for it? Nur al-Huda, yes, if they are not on the final year, of course, or the 4th year. I guess they should be latest on the 3rd year of PhD because they need to apply first of all. Then they will get an answer about 4 to 5 months because there are pre-selections here in Tunisia with experts, and then there are final answers from Germany. So it will be for at least 4 to 5 months to get an answer. Then you need to get your visa and so on and so on. And if you are on the 1st or 2nd year of your PhD, you still can apply, but please also or always go to the fundingguide.de and look for the criteria for the requirement. Oh, I didn't give you the screen sharing of the funding guide. That was the third thing that I wanted to show you. Just a second, please. How to look for scholarships of the DAAD. Can you see my screen hint? Awesome. So I wrote here funding guide and I switch it to the English version. So now please read carefully. Please note that the scholarship database is currently being updated. It means you could find some programs or scholarship programs, but the deadline is not being updated yet. It will last at least a week or 10 days, latest June 1st, and then you will find the current scholarship call of application. So I said, if you're looking for a specific scholarship program, you need to go here to go on under country. For example, you are from Algeria. For example, you are already a doctoral candidate. You are looking for probably for research grant, short-term research grant, and refine my selection. You will get the research grants in Germany by the DAAD. You get here an overview about the objective of this research grant, what can be funded, duration of the funding. For example, for doctoral students or even for postdocs, we do have short measures for them, the value of the scholarship, and of course, most importantly, the application requirements and the procedure. And if you click under submitting an application, you will be directed directly to the general information portal or the DAAD portal. You need to register in the DAAD portal. You need to fill in the application form. Everything is online. You do not have to send us anything, really. The application is conducted 100% online. Actually, if the application is being updated, you will find here a gray button, which is called DAAD portal. Now it is red. It means it's not open yet. Okay. And here, if you are looking, what are the required documentations? What are the steps to do? You can go and click under application procedures under this button, and then you will find all the application documents, what must be submitted to the DAAD portal. Also, if you have questions or if you have technical problems, you could write directly to portal@daad.de. And if you have also questions, you can write directly to the portal and not to us per email, because we won't have a view of your application. I guess this is clear, right? Let me open the, I still have some time. I'm going to try to answer to the maximum of your questions. So Meher is asking a very good question. Is there a difference in the process of applying for a master's and a PhD? Of course. Of course, if you're going to do a master's program, you only need to pick the program and that's it. You need to apply for the university, of course, and that's it. But if you are applying or if you are intending to do a PhD, you need to get a supervisor. You need to get, you need to write a proposal. You need to convince some kind of, you need to convince the supervisor of your idea, of your project. So it is actually a different path and a different process. When we talk about the application procedure, okay, so these are very specific questions. Noura is asking, when we are talking or when we are applying for your scholarships, she means the DAAD scholarships, a proposal written by herself, do I have to submit it even if I already found a supervisor, even if I get their acceptance? Yes, because the DAAD, of course, the DAAD is here only a funding part and a funding organization. But to get the funding, you need to apply for this program. You need to give us a hint about who is going to supervise you. So we need an acceptance letter, or we also need some recommendation letter, for example. We need to get more information about you, about what are you doing right now, what did you do, what are your certificates from the baccalaureate till today, actually. What are your idea that you're applying for and that you are looking for a funding for? So of course you need to write us everything and send us everything to get the funding. And it is competitive, actually. Among the requirements, there is a list of publications. As I remember, under the funding guide, list of publications, if they are available, it is not a must for some programs. Explanation of the grading system. Yes, you could write them by yourself. We do have the Bayerische Formel for us, for example, to get more information about how to transform the French model, let me say, to the German model of grading. We know that for the French system is, for example, 10 out of 20 or 14 out of 20. For German, it is 1, 2, 3, and so on. So, so you actually need to transform your grading system, how to say it, with the Bayerische Formel. Yes. Oh, Amal, I'm so sorry. The application for the training are already, the training itself is already last Monday and last Tuesday, but we do offer these trainings almost since 2016, now almost since 10 years, twice per year, with sometimes online, sometimes in presence. This week was in presence, and these trainings are available, and the application for this training are available under our website, www.daad.tn. Please stay always tuned to our website, to our Facebook page. We will get also very, very soon the access to a LinkedIn page, hopefully very soon, where we will post, our current call of applications and so on. About the postdoc is not mentioned for today. I'm sorry, Emira, but we will give more information very soon. But you will get either way, more information about doing a postdoc in Germany under this very useful link, which is the research in Germany. Just 1 second here. If you click on the button researchingermany.org, here it's not a button, but you can copy the link. If you click on the researchingermany.org, you will find a special button doing postdoc in Germany. Now, we are not talking about postdoc in today's seminar, but you could begin and research and check for the information from this website. So if I'm seeing a question that I already asked, I'm going to skip it. Okay. Oh, a very interesting question from Hela. She's asking, can the application be submitted for a co-tutor program with both a Tunisian and a German supervisor, or it is still possible to apply for full PhD scholarship while being enrolled at a German university? Okay, let me try to understand the question first. Actually, if you are applying for a co-tutel, you need to be enrolled in Tunisia. You need to have a Tunisian supervisor and then get a German supervisor. So you need to be enrolled here in Tunisia. And if you are applying for a full PhD scholarship, you do not need to be enrolled in Tunisia. You could have the acceptance of the German supervisor, and that's it. Okay? I hope this is clear for you now. I'm sorry. So, is German language? This is a very good question that I actually like. Is German language required in the teaching hours or in PhD overall? Actually, the German language is required for the daily life, for everyday routine, to go to the supermarket, to go to probably the doctor, and so on and so on. So it is not a must, but it is really a key to everyday life, to get the train, to get to the bus, to get to know friends, to integrate more and to integrate better in the society there. You need to have German language knowledge. But to do the research, the PhD, you need to have the English mainly. Let's say in a lot of fields, there are a lot of fields in German or 100% in German. Other fields or other specific fields are also available in English. So you need to find the right program in the right language for you. Okay. I still see one interesting question, which is the deadline for our programs. And I will answer to this question, and I will close the chat box and I will close the seminar. As I already mentioned, for our programs, it is latest August, end of August. The current deadline is not on the website yet, but the website is being updated right now as we are speaking, and the current call of application or the current deadline will be posted very, very soon, in mostly a week or 10 days. Okay. Thank you so much. I already saw and really had a great pleasure reading your questions. It means that you are really interested. That means that you are really attentioned, that you are really interested in the DAAD programs, but mostly in doing PhD in Germany overall. Let me give you Again, the info@DAAD.TN, which is our email. You can write us your question. If I didn't answer to a question today, it is not the end of the world. You could write us an email, and my colleague Sirin will answer you very, very soon, in maximum 2 days. But just think about next week is the Eid, so it could take a little time to get an answer. But after the Eid, we will be, as usual, very quick in our responses. Thank you so much. You will find the recording of this online seminar on our YouTube channel, DAAD Tunisie. Let me thank again my colleague Hinda Abbasi, working behind the scenes, helping me out, do the technical support of today. Thank you again, everyone from Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, and Algeria, of course. Thank you again, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.